It's been a lot of fun. And I mean, to your point, representation is so important. It's so important for all of us to be able to see ourselves on TV. You know, every single sexuality, race, age, gender, like all of the things. And um, at the time when Sarah first kind of came out that she was bisexual, which was a couple of years ago, there wasn't really a lot of that at all on TV. And I think that it was handled really nicely because that wasn't like the whole storyline was just about that. And it was just part of who she was. Um, and I always thought, you know, in addition to like all the people who were able to see themselves in that character, also people who didn't know anyone who was bisexual and then watched the show and was like, oh, okay, like I can understand this. Maybe it's not so different or weird. I think just a lot of times people are afraid of things they don't understand. And
Yeah.
so I think it's also important for other people to be able to not to be less afraid of things that, you know, that maybe they aren't exposed to that much. Um, and with Ava, I think they have a really great relationship. And it's very healthy, which is nice. And of course, like, you know, they're not without their challenges. But there's some really great Ava Lance stuff this season that we've been doing. It really, really excited about.
Do you have a lot more to film of the season? A lot more to go?
We have like 5 more episodes to shoot.
Okay.
And from our universe, hmm, maybe let's see. I mean, I guess like Candace Patton from The Flash because she's my she's my good friend, and we went snowboarding yesterday and had a blast. And I would love for us to be able to work together. It would be fun to kind of be able to be on the same sets together. Cool. Yeah, I know. It's so weird. Dom and I are always like, really? Just it's just us now? But there's, you know, so many other people who've been around since like season 2 and it still feels like they've been there forever. Um, and our cast is amazing. We have been so lucky. There's like no drama. We have no cast drama. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
um, because it is, you know, like that's a lot of different personalities spending a lot of time together.
Oh yeah.
Like not always the easiest thing, and everyone is so different, uh, and from different like ages and experiences, and and it all works really well. And everyone is so sweet. We have such a good group. Like we are blessed, and everybody loves each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you talk to anybody about how my like Sarah has affected their life, and it's so powerful because it just reminds you like what you're doing it's important, you know, even though it's fun and it's TV and whatever, like it still is important and can have an effect on people's life. And I think that is such an amazing message, and that's what comes across to people. And I think that is, you know, kind of the essence of who Sarah is. And again, it's like the example of not being perfect. It's like she's and like yeah, there's so much stuff has happened to, you know, Sarah, and she's had to endure and live through so many terrible things. And then at the end of the day, like no matter how much you get knocked down, to still get back up and to get back up with an open heart and not be bitter. Like that's the challenge. It's like to not let ourselves get too hard. And I think it's really interesting to see such a tough, strong character, who's still able to stay soft, you know?
Yeah.
I say that I love them and that I appreciate them so much. And a lot of times, like on Instagram, I get messages and stuff like that, and I try to read a lot of them, but I don't really respond because it's just a can of worms I don't really want to open. But I want to know, let everyone to know that I do see you and I hear you, and I appreciate you, and it does give me, it really does fill my heart up to hear like what my character has brought to people. And they inspire me so much with those things. So thank you.